Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. In today's video, we're gonna open this box from Cloth and Paper. It's actually the July 2023 subscription box, both pen and stationery. To be honest, y'all, I have no idea what's in here. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what's in here. Lately on Instagram, I've been sort of posting and ghosting, and I don't know, I just haven't felt so super inspired to be on Instagram. So I haven't really seen any sneak peeks, if I'm being honest with you. So I am going to be unboxing this. I just opened it. I just sort of tore off the tape, so I haven't opened it yet, and we're going to open it together. Let's get started. Okay, so we are actually going to start with the stationery items first. I just grabbed this because it was the most interesting to me. This is a conversation mini journal. The first thing I said when I opened this was, that's interesting. I love the cover. It's like a matte, smooth finish to the color, or to the cover, excuse me. It's a linen interior. 5.75 by 6.75. I'm sorry, it's 3.75 by 6.75. And they call it a conversational journal. And I didn't know what to expect when I opened it, but it's lines. So it almost reminds me of, you know, something you would carry and jot notes in. If it's a conversation journal, okay. So it says, the purpose of this journal is to cultivate mindful reflection of the moments we want to keep and how to best remember them. And then they give you some questions to consider while journaling. I think this would be really good if you were trying to be more mindful. I think for me, this would be helpful if, like, I'm trying to incorporate more mindful moments into my day. Just gonna be transparent, right? Especially during work day. Very transparent. So I think this would be really helpful for me to have those moments of quiet meditation or quiet thoughts, and then maybe reflect on that. Or again, if there's like something that happens, I think you can pull this out and reflect on that as well. I almost expected more prompts. I'm not gonna lie, I expected prompts maybe like every few pages, even if it repeated. But I think what I love about this is that it's one of those things where like any page you turn, it's going to open flat. So it's really easy to write on, and it does give you room to sort of write your own prompts and have some free thought. So definitely different. I would not have expected this, but I think this is a good item for sure. And even if you don't want to use it as sort of like a free thought reflection journal, I mean, think about it, it's a good grocery list. It's cute for kids if you want to give them their start to planning. So I think there's a couple uses for this as well. So I can't give y'all my actual reaction to this without probably getting some violations, right? But this is, I was like, what is this? Those are not the exact words that I used, but it was something not in the Sunday school book, that's for sure. So it says it's a wellness die. This mindfulness die is designed to keep you aware of yourself and your mental wellness throughout a busy day. Simply roll the dice and follow the key on the back of this card for a much needed stretch break, time outside, or a moment of reflection. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so for one thing, this thing is super protected. I could not get it out, and it's probably because of my nails, let's be real. But what you can do is roll the dice, and then there's a key on the back of this card. I'll bring it up here so you can see. And it just gives you a few sort of like self-care ideas, really. Let's be for real. So let's see what happens. Okay, so for example, I got 10W, which is a 10-minute walk. Oh, okay. I was wondering what the W stood for. So it's like CO, 6 minutes outside. I like that. That is so unique and different. I really do like that. Okay. So that is a cool item, and it comes in this cute little tin box that I think would be great for storing. So I'm gonna put it back in there for safekeeping. And let's move to the next item. So you all know I am a huge advocate of affirmations. This is almost like a page marker, and it says the practice of positive thinking and self-empowerment, fostering belief that a positive mental attitude will help to achieve success in anything. So I really do like this as just like a page marker. So I'll be sure to add that to my half letter. And I actually do remember seeing this. You can see the reflection of my phone. I remember seeing this on Instagram. So it's almost like a reflective mirror almost. I mean, it's matte, so you can't see yourself clearly, but as I turn it up to myself, oh, you can see that I'm wearing like a green shirt right now, and you can see my red hair. So you can actually see a lot in it. And it has a little quote about portraits over here. It's actually like this gray color, and it's like a cool gray color and darker than what I would almost expect from them. So that's super different. And I feel like, listen, if you are a fan of silver, this was definitely your box. So there's a lot of silver things in this box for sure. So next up, we have mindful reflection inserts. Okay, let's see what this is about. This reminds me of, I think they had like a daily habits insert. Am I wrong, y'all? Like, it reminds me of that. And I remember you could track your water on here. Like, this is what that reminds me of. But there's space for an event, date and time, location, and you can write some details, your emotional response, and then write your thoughts here below. And this kind of reminds me what I think the purpose is of that little sort of black journal. Like, this is what I think you would put in here typically, right? Like, you would try to write down something that would remind you of the event, so like the details, and then just journal about it. And I think this is a different way to do that. That could be directly in your planner as well. So let's see what's on the back. Okay, so it repeats on each page, and looks like you get quite a few pages per usual. And as always, there's a demo page. Oh, that's cute. So their example here was like a family reunion. So it'll just talk about the date and time and location. And you can just journal and write about your thoughts about that event. Pretty cool. Okay, next up is the daily gratitude inserts. So, okay. This is a lot for a day. I think on the days where I'm super tired, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably wouldn't use a full insert. I think this would definitely be during the week for me when I'm trying to be more intentional about shifting my mindset, because this is a lot. Like, I know myself. I know how tired I get during the week. I would not want to fill out the whole thing during the week, but let me know your thoughts on this one. Add your comments below. I like the lines. You know, I'm a huge fan of lines. What I'm going to struggle with is this box right here. Y'all know I feel like I need lines all the time. And then obviously that box too. Okay. So it repeats. There doesn't seem to be new pages, but for like one day you would fill out both pages, right? Because it's highlights, inspiration, milestones, to remember, daily affirmation, challenges, to let go of, positive takeaways, and tomorrow's focus. Okay, I always really love the journaling cards, mainly because I like to use these as bookmarks. Also in my planner as well, especially now that I am back in a planner system, my A5, that has folders and sort of tabs where I can put these beautiful decorative cards. So this one says breathe deeply and has a really cute design that's almost reflective. I'm trying to capture that in the sun. It's a little hard to capture, but hopefully you can see it. I'm telling you, if you are a silver fan, this was definitely your box because there's so much silver. I don't hate it. I just prefer gold. Like, I'm a huge gold girly, so for me, the silver's a little different, but I'm trying to do different things, y'all. That's why I dyed my hair. This one, it says self-love. I actually see love written over it, and then it says self-love at the bottom. So this is the calendar that we've been receiving. I cannot find July. It is what it is. This is the monthly card. Let's see, we're on like what, the 12th. I get my boxes super late in the month. I feel like, I don't know if it goes by last names or what, but I just received this box on July 12th, so I don't think I want to use this. I would rather use it for the beginning of the month, so I may fill this out for August and then just save it then. And then finally we get the what's inside card that it just explains what's inside the box. There's our pen test sheet. Oh, there's some different photos for inspiration this time. I like to add these to my planner as well. Like, it's not really, it serves no functional purpose, but it just goes to show that like not all people who plan minimally and functionally like have to use every single thing in the planner for like a functional purpose, right? And then here is the journaling card for the box. There's a quote in French. I'm not even gonna try to read that. I think that's French. It says, "In a great mind, everything is great." Oof, okay. This month, we're practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and self-reflection. Write about something positive that you recently experienced that made you feel grateful. Oh, I love this. I love this one. So I'm gonna actually save that and definitely write on that. So that was the planner sort of stationery box. I feel like this was not even super stationery heavy. I mean, just this one thing wasn't sort of stationery heavy, everything else was. But I like the fact that there are other things incorporated into the box as well. So if you're not feeling the stationery stuff, you can use the more lifestyle stuff and vice versa. So overall, I would give this box a 7 out of 10, at least the planner stationery box. But let's move on to the pens. Okay, we're gonna move on to the pen subscription box. So there are 2 separate boxes, but I subscribe to both because number one, I love trying new pens. Absolutely love it, even though I did share my top 5 pens a couple videos ago. I just love pens, y'all. So I'm always gonna like get any extra pen that I possibly can. But I also just think it's fun to like add new pens to my collection and use them periodically. I rarely run out of ink in a pen. That's how much I use like different pens. So let me know if that's like a thing that you experience as well. You feel like you use so many different pens that you don't run out of ink in any pen. I just can't remember the last time that happened for me, but I'm gonna open this up and get started. I will say that I'm very intrigued by the color scheme. I feel like for the past few boxes, they were doing pens and highlighters of the same family. It was like gray, pink, green, and now we've changed things up. So I'm excited to see how these write. Okay, so we got our pens over here. First up is this blue one. It catches my eye amongst the pinks and the whites and the grays over here on the right. I'm gonna try to take this off. I hate these things. I know that it's for protection purposes, but they're always so hard to get off. So this pen is the Line Flow 0.5. First reaction, I'm not a huge fan of the color, but I do really like the grip. I don't hate the color, but again, I just tend to stick to sort of white barrel pens, so this is a little different for me. Let's test it out. The grip is super comfortable. It's gel, but almost like a softer gel, like it molds to your finger. We're gonna write Line Flow 0.5. Okay, that was a smooth write. That was a very smooth write. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. Pleasantly surprised. I think I would have to rate this honestly like an 8 out of 10. If you got the pen subscription box, let me know what you think of this one. This one surprised me, y'all. I don't love the barrel color. If I can find it in white, that would probably be one of my top 5 pens for sure. Okay, next up is this pen. It says Morn Shine, M-O-R-N Shine, S-H-I-N-E. Now, okay, I've been struggling trying to open this pen. I'm like, is it me? What am I doing wrong? So it doesn't slide up. You know how sometimes those pens slide up over here on the right? But it also doesn't Oh, okay. You have to take off the cap, y'all. Duh. So you take off the cap and there we go. All right, well, that took longer than it needed to, right? Let's get this thing off. Okay, we're gonna write Moonshine, and it's a 0.5 nib size. Oh, 0.6 actually. Oh, that's different. That is very different. Initial thoughts, I like the barrel of the pen. The gel grip on this pen is harder than line flow. So without writing, I think I like line flow a little bit better because I actually think I prefer a softer grip. So let's write Moonshine. Let's see how we like it. This took me back. This definitely took me back. It reminds me of a gel pen. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't have a gel pen in my collection, so this will be fun to add. I don't know if I would use it in my planner. I think this will be more of like the fun pen. So something I use to journal with, or if I'm reading a book, mainly like the nonfiction self-help or business book. I think I would use this as like something to write in that with, but I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. It looks darker. Obviously, when you take it away from the light, like that looks much darker than that. But it's silver with a little hint of shine in it. Oh, that was a pleasant surprise. I would say this is a 7. And if I still like to write with gel pens, I think I would give it a 9 because it's such a smooth write. Next up is this beauty. It's very industrial. Like this reminds me of like a factory. I don't know why I get those type of vibes from this pen. Let me know what you think. But this says In Morning. I remember getting another In Morning pen a couple boxes ago. There's no indication of the nib size. If I have to guess, this is probably 0.5 or under. The grip is soft. The pen is it's a little thin. I don't know if I hate it or not. I feel like I would get tired of writing with something so thin, but we'll see. So let's try In Morning, and then we're gonna guess the nib size. Okay. If you got the pen subscription box, let me know how you like this pen. I don't know how I enjoyed this writing experience. It wasn't my favorite, and I don't know if it was because of how smooth this is compared to the grip. The barrel is super smooth, like, but all of these are smooth too. I think it's the material that they use for the barrel. It's not my favorite. So this is gonna get a 6 out of 10. I mean, it writes fine. So I think I would still use it, but I don't think it's something that I would use heavily. Next up is the Cozy pen. I remember Cozy. Oh, this one doesn't have a covering on it. Okay, we love to see it. I don't have to rip it off. It's a 0.5 nib size. The grip has sort of angles to it, so it's almost like a hexagon or something, or maybe a pentagon, I don't know. But initial thoughts, I like the color scheme of white and pink. I think that's very dainty. The pen is a thicker barrel size. I feel like it'll be even daintier if it was a little thinner, but I'm not super upset about that. So let's try the Cozy pen. I don't know how I feel about the hexagonal angled grip. I remember a few videos ago we talked about how I didn't mind it, and I feel like with this one, I don't know if it's too thick or like the lines are, the width is too wide, but it was okay. It wasn't my favorite writing experience, but again, I don't hate it. So I think this is gonna get, see, I like it more than In Morning, but I like Moonshine more. So we're gonna give this a 6.5 out of 10. Last up on that list is another half sugar highlighter. Do I have it over here? It's one of my go-tos. I do. I remember getting this one a few boxes ago and I really love it. So let me just show you what that looks like again. It's like a tan that comes off as gray in certain lights. I really do enjoy that highlighter. So that's this color of the sugar, half sugar highlighter. We are going to try the this pink one that came in. If I had to guess, it's probably some light shade of pink. Okay, that was not light. That was not light. This is like rose, but I like it. I really, really like it. Okay, this gets like 10 out of 10. So overall, I think a decent pen box. I'm not in love with In Morning and Cozy. I don't hate it, but it's just not something I'll probably gravitate towards when I'm pulling something from my pen stash. But as far as like More Shine and Line Flow and that highlighter from Half Sugar Highlighter, I absolutely love the both. I mean, or love all three rather. I think those pens are really fun and definitely worth it. So hopefully some of these come up live on the site, because I know sometimes that's an issue for people when they ask, you know, where did you get your pen from? I'm like, from Cloth and Paper, but it was a sub box and I don't see it anymore. So hopefully they upload these as well so you all have a chance to buy it if you don't subscribe. Well, that is the July 2023 subscription box from Cloth and Paper, and it's both subscription boxes, the pen and the stationery, really lifestyle, right? If you have any questions about the products or my thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.